Welcome to the first module of the Front Crawl Freestyle Beginners course, where our main objective goal is being able to float and breathe properly. Okay, so front crawl is a swimming stroke which is the fastest of the four strokes. So there are four strokes, which is butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, and freestyle, and front crawl is usually the stroke that is being chosen in freestyle. I would say 99.9% of the time. Okay, so the first thing that we need to learn is we need to learn how to breathe. So there is a main rule of breathing, and it's actually very simple. It consists of two things. Firstly, you need to always inhale through your mouth and exhale through your nose. This is something that you would need to train all the time. Inhale through your mouth and exhale through your nose. That's the first thing. Second thing, you need to make sure that you hold your breath, okay? So you inhale through your mouth, you hold your breath, then exhale through your nose. What is the main rule? The main rule is that you take a breath, you hold it. Then the next time when you need to breathe again, you need to quickly exhale and quickly inhale. Then you hold it again. Hold it for quite some time, then quickly exhale, quickly inhale. Okay? So I'm going to show you this drill. So as you can see right here, I inhale through my mouth, put my head underwater, then hold it, then exhale through my nose, then inhale, then I once again put my head underwater, exhale through my nose, inhale through my mouth. So there are a few things that you need to be aware of and try not to do the following mistakes where whenever you lift your head up, try not to touch your face, okay? So that's the first thing. That's very important. Secondly, try not to touch, don't touch your face whenever you lift your head up, okay? In the beginning, you're not gonna feel comfortable. And also, you need to make sure that you keep your eyes open whenever you put your face underwater. So this is the main drill that you would need to learn how to do. Okay? So once again, take a breath, put your head underwater, exhale through your nose, take a breath, only one breath. Please don't breathe multiple times when you lift your head up. Only one breath. So once again, take one breath, head underwater, hold your breath. You need to be completely relaxed, your eyes are open, exhale through your nose, inhale through your mouth. So that's the main breathing pattern that you need to learn. The next thing that you need to learn is, so we already discussed main rule of breathing, then inhale, hold the breath and exhale. And then the next one is we need to learn how to inhale and exhale quickly. Okay. So this is something that you also need to master. Inhale through your mouth, exhale through your nose. Inhale through your mouth, exhale through your nose. Inhale only once. Do not inhale and exhale multiple times whenever you lift your head up. And then you can increase your speed. Obviously, I do not expect that you will be able to master it very quickly. This is something that you would need to do constantly. And also another thing that I wanted to show you as a bonus right here, that even if you lift your head up and when you put your head underwater, you can exhale through your nose and the water is not going to get into your nose because you're exhaling through your nose. Obviously, if you're doing that properly. Okay, so that we have covered. Next one is why is it important to hold your breath? So this is one of the drills that you don't have to necessarily do it. So there are some drills that you must master, and there are some drills that you can skip. So as you can see, I did inhale, I hugged my knees, and then I'm staying on the surface, and I am not going to sink only because I took my breath, okay? But you need to make sure that you're fully inhaling. Then, as soon as I start exhaling, well, I actually didn't do it here. I did it in the next one. So let me show it to you. Yeah, so here, even if you take a breath and you see I had a momentum where I went to the bottom of the pool, then I went back to the surface fairly quickly. Even if I'm gonna go very, very deep, I'm still gonna get back to the surface because I fully inhaled. So I'm gonna stay on the surface for as long as I hold my breath. And then once I start exhaling, I blow bubbles through my nose. As you can see, I start sinking. Okay? So that's one of the reasons why you need to make sure that you inhale and you hold your breath, because you're staying on the surface and it's going to be easier for you to swim. Okay, next one. Learn how to float. Okay, so here I have 5 things that are helping me to stay on the surface. First of all, I took my breath, okay? And as we just learned, it helps me to stay on the surface. Second, it helps me to float. Secondly, I use both of my arms, okay? So that's already 3, holding my breath, using both of my arms, and then I use my legs. Since this pool isn't very deep, I had to bend my body a little bit. And also, um, I know that I said that you need to practice doing all these drills on the shallow end, but for this particular drill, you need to ask a lifeguard that he would watch you, or you can ask your friend, but it is better to ask a lifeguard who is certified, who would be able to watch you and help you out in case if you need help. Okay, so I took my breath, then I'm using my arms and using my legs to stay on the surface. And then as you can see, here I'm demonstrating how you need to move your arms from side to side. If you're going to be moving your arms like this, it's not going to help you to stay on the surface. You're going to sink. I mean, or you're not going to sink, but you're not going to get any benefit from moving your arms, from side to side. Okay, so it has to be 45 degrees this way, and then the opposite direction. So you don't have to necessarily move it super quickly. It doesn't have to be this narrow. It can be wide. So once again, let me show it to you. You're using your legs, you're using your arms, and you're holding the breath. Then you would need to cross your legs and try to stay on the surface once again. Try to stay afloat. Then, if you're able to master that, you need to put one of your hands behind your back and try to stay on the surface, try to float. So here I was able to breathe. I exhaled through my nose and then inhaled through my mouth. Then, after you're able to master that, you need to make sure that you inhale to hold your breath and just try to stay afloat like this. Or, alternatively, you can just put your hands behind your back. This is a little bit challenging to do because you might fall ahead or you might fall back. And as you can see in the end, as soon as I start exhaling, I went to the bottom of the pool right away. Okay, so this is the drill. If you can master that, it will be very helpful for you in any stroke. In case if you're having a hard time, then you can skip it for now, and you would need to try to do a starfish right here. So once again, these are the basics. You cannot skip breathing exercises. This is something that you would need 100%. Floating with hands and legs, this is something that you can skip. Okay, so this is the starfish. I was able to inhale through my mouth and then staying on the surface. One of the problems that you might encounter is that your legs might start sinking, but that's okay. That's completely fine. You wouldn't be able to sink if you're gonna be holding your breath. You would be fine, but at least give it a try. If you're able to master that, and once again, here I exhaled and then I completely lost my body position. Okay, so if you're gonna be holding your breath, you're gonna be fine. As soon as you start exhaling, you're losing your body position. Okay, so that's why, like I said in the beginning, the main rule of breathing is you hold your breath and then you need to quickly exhale and quickly inhale so you wouldn't lose your body position. Okay, so you can stay on the surface. If you hold your breath, then if you're able to quickly exhale, quickly inhale, you are gonna sink a little bit and then you're gonna get back to the surface. So that's why you need to do it quickly. If you're gonna do it slowly, obviously your head is gonna go underwater. You wouldn't be able to take a breath. You're just gonna go down to the bottom of the pool. Okay, so that's that. If you're able to master that, try to do a starfish on your back. This one is a little bit challenging, so because the water might go over your face and the water might get into your nose, you would need to start to exhale, and then you might 100% you would go to the bottom of the pool. And also, what's very important, what some of the beginners do, they put their chin close to their chest because they're trying to hide their nose from the water because they're trying to avoid that the water wouldn't get into their nose. It is very important to keep the head down like this, so then you would be able to balance. As soon as you're going to put the chin down, you're going to sink right away. You're going to lose the body position. And what's very important, once again, is to hold your breath. If you need to breathe again, you need to quickly exhale through your nose and quickly inhale through your mouth. All right, so that's the end of the module 1 of the beginner's course. In case if you have any questions, feel free to send me an email at hello@coachslava.com. Thank you so much, and see you in the module 2. Welcome to the module 2 of Front Crawl Freestyle Beginners course, where our main objective goal is being able to kick and breathe. And if needed, you can get fins once we're going to get to kicking. And I'm going to get to that. All right, so the first thing that we need to learn is how to push off the wall with a kickboard. Okay, so here you need to, first of all, find a good position on how to push off the wall. You need to hold the wall with one hand, and then with another hand, you hold the kickboard. Both of your feet should be on the wall, on the top right here. Do not put your feet very low, and try to keep your hips up here, okay? So there are 3 things that you need to do when you're pushing off the wall. Obviously, you need to have a good body position. You need to take a breath. That's the first thing. You need to put your head down, and you need to push off the wall. Very simple. Take a breath, head down, and put your hand on top of the kickboard and push up the wall. Make sure to keep your head down. When I say, how do we determine that we're keeping our head down? If your ears are behind your arms, that means your head is down. Then why is it important to keep your head down? Imagine that this is your body, right? This is your head, and these are your legs. If you're going to keep your head up, even if your eyes are underwater, that doesn't mean that your head is down. It's just your eyes are underwater. But if your ears are behind your arms, like this, that means your head is down. If your head is up, what happens to your legs? Your legs are sinking, okay? So your legs are down. And this is not it's not the correct body position to swim in any stroke. That's why it's important to keep your head down in order to swim horizontally, as opposed to swim more of a vertical position. Okay, once you're able to master that, we're going to get to the next drill. But also another important thing to mention, try not to rush. You will have enough time to do all of these 3 things. Take a breath, head down, and push up the wall. So let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at it again. I'm doing that fairly slowly, okay? So once again, take a breath, head down, put your hand on top of the kickboard, and push up the wall, okay? Try not to do everything at the same time. All right. Next one, try to do the same thing, but try to push off the wall as hard as you can, okay? We are creating the perfect conditions for us to glide, okay? So once again, the same thing. Here, I hold the kickboard a little bit differently, but it doesn't matter. You can do the same way we did it in the previous drill. So take a breath, head down, put the hand on top of the kickboard, push up the wall, and glide. Keep gliding. Even if you think that you stopped, you probably are still moving. So as you can see, it looks like that I stopped, but I actually keep moving, and keep moving until you're able to hold your breath. If you're going to keep your head up, you're going to stop almost immediately. And as you can see, I'm still moving, and I was able to move all the way down to the other end of the pool. Okay? So you see how far you can get by just pushing up the wall. That's why it's important to learn how to do it properly. Okay, next thing that we need to learn is how to kick. Make sure that you hold the kickboard, or when you're going to be doing this drill next to the wall, you keep your arms straight all the time. As you can see, this is not the proper body position. We need to hold our arms straight, and we need to hold our legs straight. So here we're going to be kicking and breathing at the same time. So we take a breath, we put our head down, and we kick on the surface. Make sure to hold your legs straight. Exhale through your nose, take a breath, head down. You kick at all times, even if you breathe. Exhale, take a breath, head down. In the beginning, it might be a little bit challenging and overwhelming to do multiple things at the same time, but that's okay. You just need to control, you need to focus on one thing at a time. And then if you have time to practice that, you will be able to master it. Exhale through your nose, take a breath. Try to avoid doing a very wide range of movement. As you can see, this is not helpful. Kicking underwater like that is also not helpful. Try to kick on the surface. That's the proper way of kicking. All right, really good. Once you're able to master that, then here you would need to do the same thing with the kickboard. We're adding one more element. We need to be able to breathe. We need to be able to push up the wall properly, and we need to be able to kick. So once again, take a breath, head down, push up the wall, glide for a little bit, and then start kicking. You need to do 6 kicks. Exhale through your nose, take a breath, head down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale through your nose, take a breath. So once again, I rushed it a little bit here. So what do we need to do? We need to push up the wall properly. Okay, so once again, take a breath, head down, hand on top of the kickboard, push up the wall, glide, and then you need to start kicking. We need to do 6 kicks. Exhale through your nose, inhale through your mouth. And you need to kick at all times. Please try not to do less than 6 kicks. 6 kicks is the minimum of the amount of kicks that you need to do in this particular drill. So let's do the analysis again. Push up the wall, glide a little bit, start kicking, 6 kicks, and then you will see that I'm doing bubbles right here. Take a breath, head down, 6 kicks, bubbles, inhale. And this is something that you need to do for multiple laps. Take a breath, push up the wall, glide for a little bit, start kicking, 6 kicks, bubbles, take a breath, head down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kicks, bubbles, take a breath, head down. This is the drill that you cannot skip, and this is something that you have to master. Okay? All right, so this is pretty much the same thing that I did before, but I try to keep my head as low as possible. As you can see, my ears are behind my arms, and then I swim in a good horizontal position. Just keep that in mind. All right, so that's pretty much the end of the module 2. In case if you have any questions, you feel free to send me an email at hello@coachslava.com, and I'll see you in the module 3. Thank you so much. Welcome to the third module of Front Crawl Freestyle Beginners course, where our main goal is being able to do strokes and breathe to both sides comfortably. Note, at this point, whenever you do laps, you need to breathe at least 5 to 10 laps after each lap. What does it mean? In the beginning, in the first module, we learned how to take a breath, put our head underwater, and blow bubbles through our nose. So literally what we need to do 5 to 10 bubbles after every lap. It's going to help you to get rest, and it's going to help you with the breathing technique, okay? Because this is the main element, one of the main elements in swimming. Okay, so the first thing that we need to learn is how to use our arms, okay? We already know how to breathe, we already know how to kick. We need to do the following drill, where it has 3 simple steps. 6 kicks, stroke, take a breath. If you have a hard time kicking, make sure to use your fins, okay? And if you don't have the fins, please purchase them. All right. So once again, 3 steps: 6 kicks, stroke, and take a breath. Take a breath, head down, push up the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Finish the stroke. Blow bubbles, take a breath. Head down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stroke. Put your hand on top of the kickboard, blow bubbles, take a breath. I'm doing it a little bit quickly here because the pool is a little bit too short for me. So I literally can finish the stroke. I can finish the lap with 1 stroke. So I'm just going to show it to you a little bit slower. So we did 6 kicks. Once again, push up the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're doing our stroke. We put our hand on top of the kickboard. We blow bubbles through our nose. Take a breath. Head down and repeat the same thing with another arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stroke with another arm. Blow bubbles through your nose. Take a breath. All right, really good. Once you're able to master that, and you need to do multiple laps, okay? When you feel comfortable, then you would need to do the following drill, where we need to learn how to breathe to the side. Very important, please push up the wall with 1 hand. Hold the kickboard with 1 hand and in the middle. Here, I would need to explain to you a little bit of theory. In order to breathe to the side, you would need to turn your head to the side, obviously. But as you can see, if I turn my head to the side, I wouldn't be able to take a breath. And I have 2 options on how to breathe. One option is incorrect, another option is correct. But most of the time, beginners choose the option that is incorrect. Why? Because probably it's easier, but it's easier to do, but it's actually harder to swim. So what are the options? The first option is to lift your head up. So once again, if I turn my head to the side, the water is right here. I cannot take a breath. I can lift my head up like this. But what's going to happen to me? So once again, if I turn my head to the side, I cannot take a breath. I lift my head up. If I lift my head up, my legs are going to drop, right? My legs are going to sink. So what is the second option? I can lift my head to the side and I can rotate my shoulders. And this is something that we need to do. We need to maintain horizontal position. We need to avoid going vertically. We need to rotate our body when we breathe. We need to turn our head. We need to turn our shoulders. And we can rotate our body fully, even including legs. So as you can see right here, I turn my head to the side. I'm not able to breathe. I rotate my shoulder and I rotate my legs, and then I'm able to maintain horizontal body position. Here's the same thing. You need to do 6 kicks. So push up the wall. Here it didn't work. Take a breath, head down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rotate your shoulder, exhale into the water, take a breath. Exhale into the water, rotate your shoulder, and take a breath. Okay, so in this lap, I demonstrated how it is incorrect to swim. So let me show you the next one where it is correct all the way. So take a breath, push up the wall, 6 kicks, exhale, take a breath, head down. And you can even put your shoulders back back pretty much to the surface of the water. 6 kicks, exhale, take a breath, head down. 6 kicks, exhale into the water, take a breath, head down. Make sure to exhale into the water. That's very important. And also, what I did right here is, in case some of the swimmers have a hard time, when they turn to the side, it's still not enough for them to take a breath. You can even go almost all the way to your back to take a breath, but try to maintain a horizontal body position. So 6 kicks. As you can see, my shoulder almost went to the other side, right? In order to take a breath. It is better than lifting your head up and losing your body position. So once again, very simple. 6 kicks, exhale into the water, rotate your head, rotate your shoulder in order to take a breath. Your goal is to take a breath. And that's the only reason why we turn our head to the side. If you turn your head to the side and you didn't take a breath, you turn your head to the side without any reason. The only reason we turn our head to the side is to take a breath. Okay, really good. So what we're doing right now in the next drill, we are combining both drills where we turn our head to the side and strokes. So we're doing 6 kicks, we do the stroke, we turn our head to the side and take a breath. 6 kicks, stroke, breathe to the side. Before you do this drill, it is very important to program yourself where you think, as soon as I start doing my stroke, I start turning my head and my body to the side. If you're gonna delay, then it's just not going to work, okay? So once again, as soon as you start doing your stroke, you need to start turning your shoulders and head to the side, okay? So let's take a look at it slowly. As soon as I start doing my stroke, I start turning my head to the side and shoulder as well. Make sure to hold your left arm straight and do not let it go to the left or to the right side. Take a breath, head down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale through your nose. Take a breath, head down. Okay? Here I did one more lap just for demonstration purposes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stroke, exhale. Take a breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stroke, exhale. Take a breath, head down. 6 kicks. Stroke, exhale. Okay. So this is pretty much the end of the module 3. In case you have any questions, feel free to send me an email at hello@coachslava.com, and I'll see you in the module 4. Thank you so much. Welcome to the module 4 of Front Crawl Freestyle Beginners course, where our main goal is being able to swim freestyle. Okay, so note, we're not using a kickboard in this module, in these drills that we're going to do. Okay, so the first thing we need to learn is how to build a proper streamline. We need to put our hand on top of the other hand, and obviously our arms need to be straight, and it has to be pretty tight that our head wouldn't be able to go through our arms. If your head is able to go through your arms, that means your streamline isn't very tight. Okay, let's see it from the side. Once again, it has to be very tight. We need a streamline in order to create a perfect condition for us to glide. And this is how it looks like from the back. And you need to keep it with your thumb. Remember that. Once again, relax. Build a streamline. And I stepped on my toes to show you that it has to be very, very, very tight. Okay? All right, really good. Now, we need to learn how to push off the wall and glide. Before we push off the wall, we need to learn how to get into this body position. So we don't have a kickboard in front of us, obviously. You need to hold the wall behind you, and then try to keep your hips up here. Put both of your feet on the wall. And here is the same thing as we were doing before. We need to take a breath, head down, build a streamline, and push up the wall. Very simple. Ideally, it would be better if we can push off underwater. With this technique, we wouldn't be able to push off underwater because we build a streamline carrying our arms over the water. Okay? But it's okay if you can start with that. All right? If you feel comfortable, then you can build another streamline. I mean, you can build a streamline in a different way, which I'm going to show you a little bit later. What is the main mistake? Putting your feet very close to the wall is incorrect. You will push off towards the surface of the pool. And instead of pushing off straight ahead, you're going to push off on the surface, which is not very effective. And technique in swimming is crucially important. Okay. All right. Next one. If you would like to push off the wall underwater, as you can see, look, here I build a streamline a little bit differently. Before, I was building a streamline carrying my arms over the water, but here I'm actually taking a breath and I'm using a little bit of momentum. As you can see, when I take a breath, I go a little bit up, and then with my arms, I'm doing which is called the reverse stroke, which helps me to go underwater. You cannot do it very slowly because you have the air in your lungs, and even if you're going to go underwater, you're going to get back to the surface. Because as we covered in the module 1, the air gets us to the surface. So once again, take a breath, arms are in the water, we're doing the reverse kind of a stroke, and push off the wall. Okay? And if you're not feeling comfortable with this kind of push, you can do the most basic one. This is something that you can skip. This is not a must. Okay? Now, let's see the next one. If you're able to stay on the surface like this, if you're able to float, you can build a streamline like this. You don't have to necessarily hold the wall with your hands. You build a streamline and push off. But here you push off on the surface, okay? Let's see the next one. This one is obviously the best. This is something that professional swimmers do. They stay on the surface, they float, they take a breath, they go underwater and push off the wall. And here's the same thing that we did before. Even if you think that you stopped, keep gliding and you will be able to get pretty far. And as you can see, my head is down. So once again, my ears are behind my arms. And once again, the same thing that I did with the kickboard, I was able to get to the other end even faster. All right, really good. The next drill. We need to do the same thing that we did before with the kickboard, but we're doing the same thing, but without a kickboard. Very simple. So once again, we're applying the skill that we've learned. We're pushing up the wall. We're taking a breath, head underwater, build a streamline, push up the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, stroke. Take a breath, head down. Take a breath, head down. What are the most common mistakes here? The first, I would say 99% of the time that the mistake that beginners do is whenever they breathe to the side, they're used to hold the kickboard. So whenever they breathe to the side, their left arm goes down because there is nothing to hold. And then eventually, when they put their right hand close to the left one, I mean, there is no left one because the left one went down. So very simple. try to hold your hand in front of, imagine that you're holding a kickboard, okay? The same thing, imagine that you're holding a kickboard. So once again, 6 kicks, left, 6 kicks, right. And same thing, remember, as soon as you start doing your stroke, start exhaling and turning your head to the side in order to take a breath. All right, so that's that. Once you're able to master that drill, you need to learn how to do a catch-up drill, okay? So whenever you touch your hand, you make a switch. And you can breathe to every third stroke, or every second, or every fourth. That's not that important. Take a breath. Take a breath, head down, push up the wall. 6 kicks. 1, 2, 3. Take a breath. 1, 2. Remember, you need to touch your hand in order to make a switch. Right here. 1, 2. All right. So that's a catch-up drill. And ideally, you need to do, I don't want you to rush through every drill. You need to do at least a couple of laps. And as soon as you're feeling comfortable, that's when you need to do another drill. Okay? All right. So next one. This drill can seem a little bit complex, but once again, it's pretty simple. You need to remember 3 things. It's 6 kicks, switch, and then we take a breath. So this is the drill. We're doing 6 kicks, we're doing a switch, and we're taking a breath. Very simple. What you need to keep in mind? Push off the wall, keeping one hand in front of you. Push off, 6 kicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're doing a switch, and then we're taking a breath. Remember to breathe to the side and remember to rotate your shoulders, otherwise you wouldn't be able to take a breath. Head down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, switch, take a breath. I'm gonna do it one more time. Push up the wall, one hand is down, one arm is down, 6 kicks, switch, take a breath. 6 kicks, switch, obviously exhale and take a breath. Exhale, take a breath. All right. Here you might, once again, you might get confused, but remember to do 6 kicks, switch, and then you take in a breath. Another thing, you don't have to necessarily make a pause after you make a switch. You can literally do a transition to your breath. So let's take a look at it again. Push up the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When you're making a switch, you can do a transition to, I don't have a lot of space here, so please excuse me. You're making a switch and then you are rotating your head to take a breath right away. Okay, so you don't need to wait in here and then take a breath. So we're doing the switch, but make sure to make a switch first. Try not to breathe before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Switch, take a breath. I still had a small pause in here, but try to avoid doing that. In the beginning, it actually works, but then in the end, try to avoid, try to do a smooth transition. All right, so the next one, sometimes I think that this drill is actually harder than the freestyle swim, but if you're able to master that, it's going to be super easy for you to do freestyle swimming. We need to do 6 kicks, same thing, but instead of doing one switch, we're doing 3 switches, which is 3 strokes, and then we take a breath. Here I was rushing a little bit because once again, the pool is pretty short for me. That's why sometimes I was not doing 6 kicks and I was doing fast strokes. But you will get the point. Take a breath, head down, push up the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One stroke, first stroke, second stroke, third stroke, take a breath. Head down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Take a breath. And here I actually did a pretty good transition when I was taking a breath. So once again, 1, 2, and when I put my hand into the water, my head start rotating to the side along with my shoulder. Let's take a look at it again. Take a breath, head down, push up the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Take a breath, head down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Since you're going to be most likely you're going to be swimming in a pretty long pool, make sure to take your time. 6 kicks is the minimum. Try not to rush. Rushing is not going to help you. Okay, here is one more lap. I want to show you just for demonstration purposes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Take a breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Take a breath. Okay? Really good. And if you're able to master that, then you should be able to do freestyle swimming. So this is how it looks like. Make sure to take a breath, build a streamline, push up the wall. And we're doing a windmill. We're breathing every third stroke. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Here is one more. Here I actually did 2 laps. Take a breath, head down, push up the wall. Breathe on the first stroke. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Here is the flip turn. And as a bonus, you can push off the wall underwater and you can do dolphin kicks and then switch to a freestyle kick. Take a breath, head down, and then we're doing dolphin kicks, switch to freestyle, and that's pretty much the underwater breakout. Alright, so that's pretty much it. If you were able to go through all of these drills, you should be able to learn freestyle. And as I said previously, in case you have any questions, feel free to send me an email at hello@coachslava.com. And I'm really hoping that this course helped you to learn and master, or to help or master freestyle even more if you already knew how to swim freestyle. And yeah, thank you so much for taking your time and taking my course.